Dreadful Whale. Once more. Meet with Megan and Anton to discuss your return to Dunwall. It's been so long. In-game, it must have been at least half a year by now since I've been to Dunwall. Since I've escaped.
I grew up with this broken skyline. The muted colors and the way the light falls. It's Dunwall, but it's not. Have I changed, or does everything just look different when you're not wearing a crown? Whatever grand scheme you've got underway now, Delilah, you were smart when you stole this place from me. You knew who among my people to corrupt, and you took away my strongest ally, my father. But you didn't know me. You only saw a sheltered princess. You never thought I'd fight back. You don't know me, Delilah, but you will.
Or more precisely, she's gonna know this fist in her face. And this time, no wise words, no hello or good morning from my mother's spirit. In a sense, Emily has lost her mother twice. I grieve for a second time. What was it like to walk with her heart somewhere near, but never quite in the real world? It was her wisdom, her weight, voice, her love. Mother, now I've lost you twice. Right, that's what I just said. I knew her spirit was trapped. I knew she needed to be set free, but how could I? Of course she found a way to help me, one last time. No, I will not cry. Not yet. Not until all my work is done. Now the heart contains a different spirit, a different voice. Delilah, spinner of lies, thief of thrones. Delilah the selfish, cunning, and cruel. I don't know if I would use the word cunning. Isn't that more of a compliment? With the death of Duke Abel, I'm nearing the completion of my quest. They say revenge is only for the foolish, that those who seek it end up destroying themselves. Yet, I feel a sense of accomplishment. I'm one step closer to reclaiming my throne, to saving my father. There's really only one person standing in my way now. I've thought a long time about those who should rule Serkonos, but in the end, there is no one I trust more than my father. Some may raise an eyebrow at my choice, but I believe it is what is best for the people. Corvo was born in Serkonos, and that's where he'll stay. He has sacrificed so much for the Empire. He deserves the position and the respect. My father, the Duke of Serkonos. Back to Dunwall. My home. Terrible things, no doubt, happened here since I left. Since I was forced to leave. Will the city be in ruins? The people terrified, hiding in their homes? Am I trying to reassure myself, imagining the worst? What if I found the city in better shape than I had left? Delilah doing a better job than I did? No, I don't think it will be the case. I know Delilah, and I know myself better now. I feel guilty for all the things I could have done better before this all started. For being an empress, not many people thought was worth fighting for. I don't know what I'll see. But whatever has happened to my city, I mustn't let grief or anger cloud my thoughts. Because the destruction of Dunwall won't be weighing heavily on Delilah's mind. She must know I'll be coming for her. She's watched from afar, as one after another of her allies have been removed from my path. Does she feel vulnerable? Or was this her plan all along? Be a pretty weird plan. Yes, my plan is coming to fruition. Take down the Empress, take the throne as my own, and then let her take out all of my allies so that she can take her throne back. Sorry, what? Would make for an interesting video game. Yeah, I guess that's true. Seems like 2 more things could fit here and here, but we don't have any more keepsakes. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Maybe there were some special actions that I missed.
I must admit, this campaign has been conducted with far more restraint than I would have expected.
What are you talking about, old man? Anything nifty down here? Oh, some crossbow bolts. That's nice. The rats that I've come to know and love over the months. You guys annoyed me at first, but now I'll miss you after this is over. For I may not come back to the dreadful whale ever again. And that toilet lid that's always been left up. Oh, Anton. You and your forgetfulness. I can't be mad at the poor old fool.
At the end. Remarkable what Delilah's accomplished. Coming from such a background. Taking the throne. You know where to go to find Delilah. But how will you handle her? It's my hope that you have some sort of plan.
It could be tricky. She might not give me any choice but to fight. And Delilah deserves whatever she gets.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I've told you, I knew her long ago. Badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place. If only that could have been channeled towards something less twisted.
It's probably too late to dwell on regrets.
Yes, you're right. In any case, please watch yourself. I've come to care a great deal about you.
Goodbye, Anton.
You still paint well, my friend. What are we saying goodbye for?
You on the deck outside. She seemed cagey earlier, even more than usual. I'm still aboard this creaking thing that Megan calls a boat. And Tom Sokolov, once the designer of mighty ships, thrown against the malevolent ocean and large enough to heave the great leviathans aboard, thrashing and spilling their life's blood across the decks. Majestic ships, swift with luxurious cabins, fit for an empress. Where are those vessels now? They're far too important to carry an old man like me. I've been abandoned by my own creations. But maybe that's the way it should be. Haven't I been cruel, selfish? Perhaps I should be forgotten, consigned to the junk heap. Maybe I should die at last. And there's a chance I will on this final escapade. To Dunwall, then. We'll see what's left of me.
You know, Anton, you're right. You were cruel. I still remember when I played the first Dishonored game. I happened upon you in your laboratory at Caldwin Bridge, and you had a poor woman locked in a cage like an animal. But now you've come to regret. You wish to take back things that you did in your past, and that means something. I mean, geez, I'm pretty self-deprecating, but at least you've been managed to do something worthwhile in your life. Look at you. You're a magnificent artist. I can't draw faces like that. I can't draw faces like that! I can barely draw something that resembles a hand. And don't even get me started on the engineering. Your gifted mind when it comes to building things. The kitchen looks nice. Hasn't looked nice like this before.
All right, Aunt Delilah. Let's see what you've done with my palace. Home at last. It feels like another lifetime living in the tower.
Yes.
You took the worst Karnaca had to offer and acquitted yourself superbly. Good luck with Delilah. I fear for the Empire if you fail. Remember, the people of the city might have endured a great deal since you were driven from Dunwall. Desperate times. I've got maybe one more chapter left in my own tale. Hopefully a chapter set next to a roaring fire in Tivia. Toppling the Duke must give you a sense of peace. Maybe
Yes.
a better day will be born of it. It would be interesting to study why the bloodflies have never taken hold here. Time. If I only had more time. Goodbye, Emily. I suspect I'll not see you again.
Come on, Anton, don't talk like that. We have to be able to see each other again. You were my tutor for way too long.
Whether so long ago, would any of this have happened?
Maybe. Maybe not. It's hard to tell exactly. That would make a nice area to explore, wouldn't it? In a third Dishonored game? Tivia? Or perhaps Morley? See, we've been to Bristol, especially in Dishonored 1, and now we've been to Circonus in Dishonored 2. That was the main island. But what about Tivia and Morley? Would they be willing to explore these areas? Would they want to? And what about the most interesting of them all, Pandysia? The harsh deserts.
I'm amazed it didn't.
What could we see in a place like that?
Same old Dunwall. Smoke and garbage and rats.
Hey, it's not all like that. It's been a while. Might as well see what you can do with Pandysia, Morley, and
All those
Tivia.
aristocrats. For anyone to live like that, 100 others have to live in filth.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that, thanks.
Soon, the moment of truth.
Anything else to say?
Hey, there you are. I wanted a chance to talk. I made a vow I wouldn't come back here. And that's twice I've broken it for you.
Megan.
People have called me that for a long time, but it's a lie. My name is Billy Lurk.
Everyone's full of secrets. Why do I feel like you've got more to say?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but you deserve the truth. I'll just say it. 15 years ago, I ran with a mercenary gang. We got paid to kill people. Some who deserved it, some who didn't.
There's that word again,
The boss
deserve.
pulled me up from the Dunwall slums when I had nothing and had run out of rope. This is hard to admit.
Whatever it is, spit it out.
Our leader was the assassin Dowd, and I was part of the crew. Our last big job together. We were paid to...
You helped Dowd kill my mother?
Yes. I don't know what else to say. I've lived a very long time wishing I could take that day back, but I can't.
You've changed since those times. You're a monster. What does one say when they hear something like that? I think it's easy for most players to just go ahead and forgive her because obviously that's going to give you the nicer ending, right? But try putting yourself in Emily's shoes. What do you think she would say? Again, easier to think that she would also forgive Megan, or Billy, I guess we call her now, because you've been playing in low chaos. Because that's what I think she would do. But I don't know. Maybe others would think that she would go for a more high chaos playstyle. Maybe she would just kill anybody who she thinks is an enemy. Anybody who gets in her way. Or it would be the mysterious medium chaos. She would kill some people, but others she would totally let live. Thing is that canonically, Corvo ended the first game in low chaos. That's real. And in doing so, Emily ends up taking the throne being fair and just. So I guess the argument could be made that she would also make a low chaos run in her own quest. And in doing so, she would probably end up forgiving Billy. Heck, she might even forgive Dowd himself if she had the chance. Thing is I don't know if I would be strong enough to forgive somebody. I would just feel very conflicted. What she did was wrong. Which doesn't even cover it. It's a whole new level of wrong and evil and vile. Be nice if there was a third option. But these are your options we're given, and I want to end this with a clean slate, so...
I can't ever forgive you for what you did. But suffering has a way of twisting people. You're a different woman today than you were then.
Yeah. We've all been hurt. But not all of us did what I did. Or became what Delilah became. I know you'll never get over it. But neither will I.
I hope not. Goodbye, Billy. I'm taking the skiff, and I'll go alone from here.
So I guess we'll both suffer together. In whatever remains of our life.
I can't deny it. Traveling with you has changed me. I know you want to face her alone, but good luck. Remember, even if you pull off whatever trick you're planning for Delilah, she won't be easy to beat.
I'm aware.
I'm glad Sokolov was awake to say goodbye. How is it the old man cured the plague all those years ago, but can't eat without getting food on his shirt?
Yeah. It was nice to say goodbye to him, too.
In my time here, the Dunwall City Watch was just a bunch of drunkards and layabouts. No wonder half of them turned on you.
Seems like they still are that way. Most of the guards I've faced during this run have just been stupid.
Goodbye, Emily.
Goodbye. Billy. Before we actually leave, there was something I meant to do first. Yes, there's a letter here, and then there's her cabin. Letter to Billy. Billy, I ain't know your address, so I just gave this letter to any mudlark who knew the lay of the area, and hope for the best. You and I ain't got no reason to lay each other, but Fennec liked you enough, couldn't. So that's why I'm writing. Anyways, he's dead, and I thought you should know. It was that old wound, remember? It never did heal. We tried every kind of cure, and poultice. You know what I think? Maybe the boss cut him. Maybe on purpose. Maybe not. You know how it was back then. Speaking of, I tried to find the big knife, but no one's heard a thing in years. Don't know if he is alive or what. Anyways, out of respect for Fennec, if I ever see you, I won't kill you. Katrina. I suppose Billy will, appreciate that. I guess I would appreciate it as well. She had some bone charms in her cabin. And there's that mask. The mask that they all wore. The blade that they all used. Billy Lurk and Dowd, wanted for the murders of various individuals of note. Doesn't look like this is where she slept, but more of like a study. What day is it? I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know what will happen. No one can know. But I have a feeling that we'll all be dead soon. Everyone dies. Just like my sweet Deirdre, twitching in the mud. But I think death is very close now. The air feels strange. The wind is coming from the west. I saw a dead gull floating in some foam. Don't go off to Dunwall. Billy. That's not what I'm reading off from all the signs. I could run. Finally try and find him at long last. The old knife himself. They could rent another boat. They don't need me. Not really. So I could run. I should run. Haven't I had more than my share of blood? So why am I still here? Perhaps for a reason. Maybe everything happens for a reason.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
So the ending that I got in Brigmore Witches was also canon. Dowd went to the mansion and defeated Delilah to save my life. Maybe that wasn't his exact intention, but that was still the outcome. It's crazy how in that story, Delilah already knew who Emily was and had planned on possessing her body. And now here I am, playing as Emily, about to fight Delilah myself, with the knowledge that she's my aunt. My blood. Or was that just a lie? Who knows? Who knows?
If old Samuel could see me now.
he's still watching. Death to the Empress. You must confront Delilah before she changes all the world with her will. Enter Dunwall and find a way to reunite Delilah's spirit with her body to make her mortal again. Only then can you eliminate her and take back the throne. Something that might seem even crazier is that I didn't even play The Knife of Dunwall or Brigmore Witches before. Yet I did play Dishonored 2.
Take me to Dunwall Tower. Bring me back to the cage of my own chest.
Oh, I will. Delilah will be made mortal again.
You let your mother slip into oblivion. Do you know where my mother's resting? In a child's coffin, her skin lids tucked beneath her, because I couldn't afford proper burial, while my father rests in the Imperial crypt.
You're lying.
You still can't accept it for the girl. Your father was born a nobody. I inhabit your mother's heart, and my body walks the halls of your crumbling palace and sleeps between your sheets.
If I learned anything in Karnaca, it's that birth shouldn't give anyone the right to rule. You earn it every day by serving the people who need you. Now I'm coming to end your tyranny, Delilah.
But I have played Dishonored 1 and 2 before, without ever even knowing all these twists and turns. They came to me as a complete surprise. Well, I suppose in Brigmore Witches, it wasn't a twist that Delilah and Jessamine were sisters. Not yet. But had I played that DLC before, I would know that Delilah was a person. Probably would have thought for a long time that she was just a one-off villain.
Everything's gone to the void here. Can't hurt to be stocked up on munitions.
You're telling me.
With all the shops in the district shuttered, this place still might be your best bet. Sorry, I got places to be. Stay safe in the streets.
You got it. What, no Hatter Gang members down here? Oh, that's right, I kicked their butts. Citizens report troubling events. Yeah, I think everything is troubling now. Troubling signs of mischief have been reported recently in all corners of Dunwall. What was thought to be a series of pranks have proven much more widespread and unsettling. Despite the enlightened age in which we live, superstitious folks have begun to rumor-monger of witchcraft. There are reports of dogs shaved to the skin, small owls pinned to doors, lines of salt ominously left below windows, dried rats hung from archways, cats walking backwards who fail to mew, and pods of strange-smelling ointments left underneath heads of writing desks. Left under beds and writing desks. That all these things might be occurring here in the capital all at once boggles this journalist's mind. What desperate times. If half these are true, each odd occurrence seems to be a bad omen, a warning for terrible things to come. And if, as some say, these antics are the work of Empress Delilah's devout followers, then what hope is there? There is none! Common key. Where is it? Come on, tell me. Tell me, tell me. Tell me.
I take a risk just having the goods delivered here. Hard times in Dunwall, with the new Empress and her crew taking over.
I remember when this used to be a simple bar,
Glad we could do
a
business.
simple cafe of sorts.
You won't regret it.
Now it's a black market shop.
I'll take that deal.
Key to the City Watch Armory. Shopkeeper's young son snatched the key to an abandoned City Watch Armory near the gate to Del Mall Tower. Checkpoint was used to stock military equipment, which might prove useful. Done.
Ah. You want blueprints for better weaponry.
Silent running. Would have been useful a long time ago. What about this? Moth dust wrapping. You're less visible in well-lit areas. Reduces damage taken. Alright, whatever, I'll just take this.
Watch your ass out there.
You got it. Now, how about that journalist I saved in the very first mission? You guys remember him, right? Kent. That's it. I turn these things off to take a picture. So. Nope. No. I don't need any trouble with dogs right now. Thank you. Door's blocked, eh? As if that's gonna stop me.
That one. Third brick down, fifth over. Oh, but you've hit three.
Great for you.
One. I might have to practice on every building on this street.
Why not? No one to stop us from tearing up everything in the city.
My dear old dad says that Emmett Lark built this place.
Oh, who cares who built it? Old Lady Grithers lived here when I was growing up. She's gone now, trampled underfoot in one of those riots.
That's a bad way to go.
The trick is to die in bed, belly full of whiskey. That's how I'm gonna go out. You watch.
No, I'm thinking it's a belly full of stab wounds.
Proved you wrong, didn't I? Both you pieces of filth. Disgust me.
What's going on?
Apologies, everybody. We are experiencing some difficulties.
Oh, I'm thinking it's a belly full of stab wounds for you, throwing up blood in an alley.
You sound like Toph from Avatar. That's the same voice actress, is it?
Take a day. Just walk along the water, rest up a bit. Nah, they'd never.
Are you serious? No. We're not having that. No. You're coming with me. I decided to use the stinging bolt on both of them, so now they both run away.
Hello?
There. No. That's how you go out. No whiskey, no type of alcohol for that matter. Just a stinging bolt that makes you look like a dog running away with your tail between your legs.
If only